Afternoon. It's been a rather grey and cloudy start to our November. In fact, for some places we've had no sunshine at all, although around the Murray Firth it has been quite bright at times. What about the coming week? Well, it looks mainly dry with more sunshine, but it's going to get colder. So for the immediate future, we've got our weather front moving southwards. It's going to clear away, brush away that low cloud. It's not insignificant. We've got some rain, quite sharp bursts of rain across the eastern side of Scotland right now, and also across parts of Merseyside and Cheshire. But behind it, plenty of sunshine is coming through, just the odd shower. Whilst ahead of it, even though we've had a few breaks in the cloud across the Midlands and the east of Wales, they're less certain. What we have got, though, is a slightly less chilly feel to things today because we've changed our wind direction, and that continues. And then as we go through the evening and overnight, those clearer skies continue their progress southwards. Still some drizzle with this low cloud in the south, a little bit of lowland fog coming in further north, and chillier. Temperatures low enough for a touch of grass frost out in rural parts, but a much brighter day on offer tomorrow. There might be a little bit of early morning fog for Northern Ireland and Scotland, potentially 1 or 2 spouts elsewhere, but it's a lovely day really. We've got this keen north breeze which might usher a few showers into the coast of East Anglia, but temperatures on a par with today's really, but I think compensated by more sunshine, notably so for England and Wales. Through the evening and overnight, we keep that keen breeze and perhaps a chance of a few showers for the south and east, but actually it's the clear skies that dominate on Monday into Tuesday. More widespread grass frost and a little bit more fog around on Tuesday morning under our ridge of high pressure, which is holding the fort at least through Tuesday and Wednesday. Weak weather fronts in the north, perhaps a little bit of showery rain coming into the southeast and East Anglia, so we might pick up a bit more cloud on Tuesday here. But for the majority, it's dry. There'll be good spells of sunshine. We're just starting to pick up a bit more cloud on a weather front in the north, and temperatures just nudging down because it's a colder start to the day. And it'll be another chilly start, I think, on Wednesday morning. Despite more cloud in the north, temperatures hold up here, and of course with that feed into the south. But between the starry skies will mean another chilly start, grass frost, a little bit of fog around. But you can see the trend as we go through the week. Not quite as much sunshine Wednesday with our weather front, albeit weak in the north, and perhaps some showery rain in southern and eastern areas. So that's going to knock the temperatures down again and the amounts of sunshine, but still reasonably bright. Wednesday into Thursday sees that weak weather front continuing southwards, so again just putting a bit more cloud into our skies, so not the abundance of sunshine by the time we get to Thursday, but it's still primarily dry and it's bright, at least with some sunshine coming through. 11s and 12s about average for the time of year, and staying that way at least through the working week for most of us. By Friday, perhaps another weather front starts to come into the north. We've got an easterly breeze still in the south, so still feeling chilly on these exposed North Sea coasts. But then as we head into the weekend, potential change, getting colder, but also then later on becoming more unsettled, which means there's a risk of some wintry weather, perhaps some snow into next weekend or beyond. Not much rain then this week, but perhaps a little bit colder by the weekend and more unsettled into next week. Hello and welcome to a look at the weather for the next 7 to 10 days. The past week, of course, having been dominated by gloomy, cloudy skies. Some parts of England and Wales haven't registered any sunshine at all so far this month. Just 22 minutes in Bournemouth. Compared that with around 35 hours in a week across the north of Scotland around the Murray Firth. But the week ahead for all of us holds more sunshine. Still stays mainly dry, but it will get notably colder, particularly as we head into next weekend. Tad colder as we move into Monday, but the main change that this weather front has brought about is a little bit of rain, but actually just clearing away the low dominant grey cloud. There'll still be some morning fog, particularly in the north and the west. We'll still have 1 or 2 showers in the north and the west, and perhaps the East Anglian coastline on Monday, and it'll be a chillier start, touch of grass frost here and there. But the sunshine will compensate that chilly start, allowing temperatures to get to between 12 and 14 degrees Celsius, so on a par with those of Sunday. And as I say, the sunshine will make it feel quite pleasant. However, the breeze will be quite keen for the North Sea coast, and that will continue then through Monday night, bringing again the chance of some showers into the southeast of England as well. But away from here, under the clear skies, a colder night again. Quite widespread grass frost first thing and some patchy fog under our dominant area of high pressure. A much sunnier high to start the week, but still that keen northeast breeze is going to feed showers, we think, into parts of Kent, perhaps East Anglia and other southeastern areas. But for the majority, still plenty of sunshine. Temperatures are a bit lower Tuesday, and that's because they start the day on a lower note as well. But again, with sunshine, it'll feel pleasant enough. So we keep our high pressure with us, that keeps the weather dry. However, we might see some rain developing across the south and east during the course of Wednesday, and a weak weather front you may have noticed moving into the north of Scotland as well. So we're starting to just bring a bit more cloud underneath our area of high pressure once again, getting trapped there a little bit. But I still think it will, for the majority, be dry and bright with some good spells of sunshine. It'll just feel chilly with the breeze in the south and the east. And that rain potentially still with us to start Wednesday, slips away. We've got another weather front just drifting its way southwards across the eastern side of the UK on Thursday. So we're just again starting to just populate that high pressure with a bit more cloud. But again, the winds are light, the morning fog should clear, there'll be some sunshine around. It doesn't look as if we'll have blanket unbroken cloud at the moment, and temperatures at 10 to 12 degrees Celsius. So we'll just find more cloud as the week goes on, I think. That high pressure then relinquishes its grip, and the jury is out as to whether we see low pressure moving up from the south initially, or whether the low pressures are just going to move in from the north. It looks distinctly much more unsettled late next weekend and into the beginning of next week. Tightly packed isobars, so windier weather than we've had for a time, bringing with it rain, but also because it's colder air that's starting to get stuck across the UK, the likelihood we'll see perhaps our first taste of winter, with not just wintry showers, but wintry weather over the hills more widely. So yes, into next weekend and beyond, it looks as if it'll get colder with those stronger winds around deep areas of low pressure, and therefore rain and hill snow. So you can see for yourself as we go through the latter part of the week, not that much rain around, but into the beginning of the following week, it looks a little bit more unsettled. Again, that's quite a long way off, and we will as ever keep you posted.